Hello again, everybody. Right, as promised, I have a very, very special guest. That's Matt, for those of you that don't know him. His tag name is Spectre, because at the beginning of a game, you go, right, Matt, yeah, what we're going to do is, they shout game on, you go, we're going to... Where the bloody hell's he gone? And he's gone. And I tend to get radio calls saying, can you get the rest of the team to push up? Why? I'm behind them. And he's behind the enemy team.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
Yeah. But more on his antics later on. What we're here for is one of his guns, which he actually had off me, which I had off of somebody else. I mentioned it's quite a common gun, but the age of it is not the common bit. His ICS MP5 Replica. First purchased in 2004. It's nearly old enough to buy a lottery ticket. He's made it, well, me and him have made it a wolf in sheep's clothing, shall we say. Because it looks rather unassuming. Out of the box, I think they fire at about 320 FPS. This one doesn't. This one fires between 340 and 345 FPS. 21 rounds per second. And if any of you have seen them, a lot of people get the Dumbo mags for them. Yeah, this hasn't got one of those. This has got a single big 1500 round drum mag.
Auto winder.
You get a bullet, and you get a bullet. Everybody gets a bullet.
Shits people up, to put it bluntly. But I'm not going to go into major depth with the actual gun itself, because most of you know what an MP5 is. But I'll start from the back. It's got a nice rubberized butt plate, which you just look like I'm going to smack him in the face. It's got a nice rubberized butt plate, which has got a few positions of change, a few positions of change, yeah, a few positions to set it. There's one, there's two, too far out, and there's only two. Yeah, you got fully out, most of the way out, and all the way in.
That's what she said last night.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've planned another one with him in it, at least. I'm grey under this. Anyway, on the back, I'm going to stand up and come towards you a wee bit. On the back here, you've got focus.
Sorry.
I'm waiting for my camera to focus. Anyway, on the back, you've got a barrel style sight, which spins around for different apertures. I'll leave it into the one you set it on. It is windage adjustable and left and right adjustable. On the front, it's just a bugger standard post with a nice ring around it, which every MP5 pretty much has. Obviously, it has got the old cock and handle, which, yes, he does walk around corners and go to people.
It's my melee weapon.
And then they recognise whose gun it is and what's it got attached to it, and they go, give up! Usually. But anyway, just runs 1600, 7.2 volt, I think. I'll grab that battery off there. That one, yeah. 8.4 volt, sorry. 8.4 volt, 1600 nickel metal hydroid batteries. Mini Tamiya runs them. They are bastards to get in the grip. You've got to get them in just right. Otherwise, you spend about half an hour smacking the living daylights out of the handguard to actually get it to fit. But I do believe you're contemplating the move over to those things soon, aren't you? LiPo batteries. Because, as any of you know anything about the batteries in Airsoft, we'll see if it fits. It might have some charge in it. But LiPo batteries are more. You are aware this will bring the rate of fire up, aren't you?
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
Right, let's have a look. Ooh, peppy. I said it was firing at 21 rounds per second, didn't I? I think that's now firing at more.
But remember,
That is a
11.1, so it's a bit more voltage.
Yeah, that's 11.1 volt, 1100 milliamp hour LiPo battery. I have a feeling he might be ordering more of these fairly soon.
Where's my phone?
Yeah, that's we're going to have to find out what rate of fire that is, and I'll just mention it in another video once we've chronoed it and seen what it does, because that is probably the insane rate of fire. I want one. Anywho, on the side it's fully ambidextrous controls. It's safe, semi, full. When I can get it clip round. Semi and full. On this one, because it's aged, the click from safe to semi is quite a decent click, but the click from semi to full is not much of a click. That's just because of the age of the bloody thing, because it's it's ancient. Takes standard MP5 mags, which he's got. Not many normal.
I've only got 3 standard ones.
Then 2 double stacks. Then a Whack and Great auto winder, which he tends to pretty much use the double stacks or the auto winder. But yeah, on the side, it is marked up pretty much like the real jobby. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well. Let's get it close. There we go. It's got Cal 9mm by 19, which is, any of you know the real steel? Look there, look carefully. If any of you know the real steel, the stick mags, 19 rounds, 9mm. The body on this, the upper receiver is all metal from there all the way back to
under that cap.
Yeah, just under this cap. This cap's just a plastic thing with the stock coming out of it. The lower, which is just around the magwell here, and then obviously across there, that is polymer. So the motor is accessible via there. So if the motor goes down whilst you're out and about, it's a quick change motor. Solid quick change springs. We've got quick change motors here. You just undo the couple of screws there, that pops out. 2 screws holding the motor in. Take your terminals off, motor out, new motor in, and away you go. But hot pop is adjustable on the side of the handguard. I have to try and remember where it was. I can't remember how far it was down. Which is, I'm not going to touch it because we've got this thing set up just about perfect. Hot pop's there. It's just a little bar that goes backwards and forwards to adjust it for more and less. Now it has got, I'm not even going to unscrew it. I don't think it's ever been unscrewed. But
It's not like us.
Right, I've got a screw loose. I don't know how it's been unscrewed, but the little flash hider type thing can come off, and you can get suppressors for them and tracer units for them. Which I've seen actually. Airsoft Mike actually has one on the tracer unit designed for the MP5. It's about this long and it's about this thick. And it looks like somebody strapped an exhaust off a motorbike onto the end of it. But it looks cool. But yeah, this thing, it outranges quite a few AEGs. This is why it's the Wolf in Sheep's clothing. Yeah, because when he got it, we ran it stock, and it made some rather nasty noises, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it snapped off the back end of the stock piston. All of the internals were completely stock when I got it, and then he got it off me. So then he gave it to the Mad Mech. Hello. It's now got a full metal toothed piston in it. It's got an upgraded air nozzle and piston head. Reshimmed all the gears and made them all nice and snug and moving freely, but not too freely. Obviously upgraded the spring, because the spring that was in it was the stock spring. We put a slightly better spring in it. And that's why it's the Wolf in Sheep clothing, because it looks like a little MP5. People see just an MP5 with a stick mag coming around the corner and they go, it's an MP5, what are you going to do? And then he goes, I don't want that stick mag. Ka-chunk! And then scares the living daylights out of everybody. But that is it for now. That is just a quick, just double checking. I've got a little cheat sheet because I couldn't remember what bloody brand it was because it's that old. No, that's pretty much it, unless you've got anything to add on this one.
Oh, not without going into the anecdotes.
No. But so for now, it's just ICS MP5. There's many different types. There's different stock options that you can get. I can't even speak English anymore. Anybody wants any additional information, just type in ICS MP5 and it will bring up this and ones that look very similar to it. They're not the most expensive on the planet. I think you can pick them up for about £129 now.
Yeah,
You can get some that are cheaper that are Chinese copies of real guns. Yeah, but they're about 100 quid, 89 quid, something like that. But semi-decent ones, you're looking at about 120 quid upwards, and this is a semi-decent one. Well, so far, touch wood. Other than that, piston, minor mishap with it deciding it wanted to eat the piston. Never had an issue with it, have we?
Nope.
Other than it getting a bit dirty and not feeding properly, but anyone's guns can do that.
Hide in bushes.
He tends to lay face down in the mud, waiting for people to come up so we can jump up and scare the bejesus out of them. So this thing needs cleaning quite often. In fact, I think I've got to break it down and give it a good clean anyway.
Yes.
But for now, that is it on the ICS MP5. Got another one of his guns coming up relatively soon. This one's a newer gun. Practically in nappies still compared to this thing. So, for now, thanks for watching.